Sansa Stark, the Lady of Winterfell.
Thank you for inviting us into your home, Lady Stark.
Winterfell is yours, Your Grace.
So finally, after 2 long, lonely years, we get our Game of Thrones back. And I will say that the first episode, it was pretty good, but I only had one disappointing gripe, and we're going to talk about it. But first, I got to put on the new +7 glasses of reviewing sexy as hell, because I'm working on skilling up my craft, bringing you guys a more informed YouTube experience, something better to look at. Please subscribe to my channel. Go over there and check out shoplifegains.com if you're looking to get a meal plan to get in shape, or if you're someone trying to build YouTube, or you're a current YouTuber and you're tired of doing all the editing. Let Team Life Gains do the work for you, and please share my videos. So finally, we got Game of Thrones to return, and they only have 6 episodes. I enjoyed this very first episode, but my gripe with it, it was only 57 minutes when they promised us, because they've shortened the season to 6 episodes, that we would be getting hour and a half, hour and 20-minute episodes, and that didn't pan out. So you know what? Ah, hell, whatever it is, man. I'm gonna do a video on how you can watch that stuff on HBO Go now for free, because I am frustrated by that. So let's talk about the good of this episode. First thing that I noticed, they have a new intro that comes from the perspective of the Night King, where you guys see the wall is busted down, and you see the ground flipping over to blue that represents the Night King and where he's going. They're basically showing you exactly where he's headed each place first. And I thought that that was a great way to do an intro. I like that. Then in the very beginning of the episode, we see Dany and Jon coming in, and you see Arya standing in the crowd. She's so excited. I was hoping or wondering if she was going to say something to him as they was passing through, but she didn't. I guess she felt like it wasn't the right time. And then do you see that little kid that was basically going up to the rooftops and all that? He's the same kid that in the end of this first episode was the one the Night King killed and threw his body up on that wall, man. That was gruesome, but I loved it. And then we move into Dany and Jon finally go meet Sansa, and Sansa is looking at this chick like, who you think you is? And she reluctantly calls her the queen. But we see this oftentimes just in human interaction. Man or woman, you come home and you bring home someone who's hot to your sister or someone who's hot to your brother, and they look at him and, you know, they scoping them out, they checking them out to see, you know, dude, what you about more than your good looks. If Jon Snow would have brought home damn Miss Piggy, she probably wouldn't have gazed at her like that. But y'all know how 2 hot people, 2 alpha males, 2 alpha women, how they look at each other. So that's what was going down with that. Plus, them people do not trust anybody that's not from the north. And then we move along and we get to the part where Daenerys and Jon finally gets on one of the dragons and flies. The people have been wanting to see that. He almost falls off, but then he picks it up. He's a natural. And Jon takes Dany to that same cave that he took the Wildling girl from, where they had their little makeout session. I thought that was all cute and all that. But early on, did you notice how Bran, Jon's brother, reminded Daenerys that her dragon has been taken over by the Night King and the Night King is coming? And I think, that kind of hurt her feelings. But homeboy is just like, look, I'm the 3-eyed raven. We got business to handle. We ain't got time for y'all to make all these pleasantries. Y'all got to get to work. And then you have Arya met up with the Hound, and he called her a little bitch, and she just rolled her eyes at him. And that was just his way of telling her, I know that you had to be this in order to survive. You tough now. They basically, that's kind of their ingratiating each other as they're starting to prepare for the battle. Then we move along. I thought it was interesting that Samwell Tarly, he had a little interaction with Dany, and basically Dany told him that she killed his brother and his mother, his brother and his father, and that tore Sam up. Then Sam goes talks to Bran, and Bran tells Sam, look, you need to go ahead and tell Jon that he's a Targaryen. And he does that in those catacombs where all the Starks are buried. He lets him know that, hey, you are a Targaryen, you are the true king of the 7 kingdoms. Jon can barely take it. But I think what we all want to know is, how is Daenerys, Stormborn, breaker of chains, how is she gonna take it to know that one of the reasons why her dragons have tolerated Jon is because they smelled that blood in Jon. They smelled the Targaryen in Jon. They know he's Targaryen. How is she gonna handle him really being the king of the Seven Kingdoms? And what other parts of this story is that gonna play into? Another thing that stood out to me is how Cersei has put a hit out on Tyrion and Jaime, and she had Jaime's right-hand man, Bran, do it. And not only that, but she took the same crossbow that Tyrion used to kill their daddy. She gives it to Bronn, and tells him, when this war is over, win, lose, or draw, I need you to kill Jaime and Tyrion. And as you can see throughout last season and this season, Tyrion has been losing his grip on being the smartest man in the world. Sansa even indicated that in this episode. I used to think you was the smartest person in the world. And I think they're just eluding that bad things are gonna happen to Tyrion. And you saw Bran looking at him weird, and he's a three-eyed raven. He knows everything. So this ain't gonna be a good season for Tyrion or Jaime. I think they both are gonna get axed. But I wanna hear what you guys think. That's my short recap. Very excited. I enjoyed it. I just wish they would have made this thing a little longer. And at the very end, you saw Jaime roll up in there, and I don't think he's rolling up in there to be their adversary. I think he's gonna tell them that Cersei basically wants to overthrow them and that he has come to fight with them. But leave me your comments. How did you feel about this episode? What do you think is gonna happen going forward? And what did y'all use to watch it? That's gonna do it for this video. Don't forget to like my video. Please comment and subscribe. Go get yourself a life game. Again, please share my videos. Check out shoplifegames.com if you want to build a YouTube channel, you want someone to do editing for you, or if you're looking for that golden meal plan. And until the next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.